Tantan.
Tantan.
Yeah, Tantan is a boy who got a dog with him.
Oh, it's Tintin?
Oh yes, but
Yeah.
Tintin sounds
Oh,
like a
okay, yeah.
male genital.
So let's see what they have to bring to the table today.
Genitalia in,
Yeah.
in Japanese. So
Yeah.
that's why.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense, though.
Right?
Like,
So we got our own reasons.
That's what like me and my Japanese friends used to like refer to the male genitalia as, just like as a joke, because we didn't want to say like the actual thing in public. So when we're in public, we'd just be like Tintin.
I'm curious because you've obviously been an anime and manga fan like your whole life, right? What do you think about? I mean, especially recently in the West, it's gotten really popular, right? And people like everyone's like, yeah, I love anime, right?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think of? I guess it getting bigger and all that.
I'm happy. At first I saw.
I feel like it's very interesting to ask a native Japanese person what they think about it, because it's a kind of opinion that we don't really have every day, right?
Some anime titles that Western people know must be only, well, Naruto and Dragon Ball, and that's it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not true. Like they actually know, and like, they actually get to watch the
But there is a specific demographic, right? Not everyone knows.
same title at the same time
Yeah.
with English sub.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, a large majority of anime fans still only watch like Naruto and Dragon Ball, right?
Huge group.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, some people never get out of that phase,
Yeah.
and then some people, they just watch everything,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
me, I guess.
But before it was like, as you said, like before, I think the general like idea of a Western anime fan was like, yeah, I love Naruto, I love Dragon Ball, I love One Piece, right? And then that was it.
What was like the first US con you went to, or your first experience
It
of?
was actually AX, so the biggest one.
Oh, okay, wow.
That's a con to go to.
I don't even think AX really counts as. It's not really representative of a lot of other US conventions,
that's
because
true.
AX is so big that it's a whole different experience from
We
most
got
other
a lot of like
conventions.
Japanese industry people, so
Yeah,
you hear a lot of Japanese at AX.
Oh yeah,
so.
yeah, definitely. Have you ever been to like the smaller cons?
Yes,
as
I
well?
have. So that was completely different. Some cons are just fun-based.
Right.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
industry people there.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
unorganized. Every single time I've been a guest at a con, something has gone like horribly wrong. With, like my flight, my hotel.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I've been pretty lucky. I've had like a few cons where it was like horrible. But a lot of the times, like especially the smaller cons, I have more fun at a smaller con than
Yeah,
say,
I
like,
love,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love when if I get there, you
Yeah.
know, like one time, this con booked me like months in advance, and I don't think they'd ever had an international guest. So I told them, like, hey, you should like book flights soon, because like you're in the middle of nowhere in the US.
Right.
It was like in Indiana.
right.
I was like, yeah, you need to book flights because like they don't happen a lot from the UK, and they didn't until like 1 week before, and then I had to go on like a 35-hour flight path.
35.
Yeah, where it should have been a 14 at most, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That was the cheapest flight they could.
Because I think that from England or the UK to America, it's like a 7-hour flight, right?
That was the cheapest one, and I asked them. I was like, how much was the one?
I mean, I'm not sure the exact time, but it's less than 10 hours usually.
The other one that was like, I think it was like 12 hours.
Right,
It's
right.
still long.
Yeah.
Flight path. And they were like, oh, it was $150 more. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Why did you agree to this?
I already signed the contract before that because they said they were going to buy the flights, and I thought they wouldn't do that to me. They wouldn't.
That's a real moment
Yeah,
there.
they wouldn't expect me to turn up on my flight and then immediately do a panel within 30 minutes of arriving, and they did. They expected me to do that.
Before. I've done that before.
So and the worst part is they booked me a hotel the night before that I missed because of the 35-hour flight path, and I'm pretty sure that hotel room cost more than $150. So, fuck you, that con. Yeah, that was
I mean, I don't know the details of the situation, of course. It's impossible for me to know. But I will say that I can imagine how organizing a convention is really, really hard work. And I would assume that maybe the person made a mistake, or they're not used to the kind of job, or dealing with this kind of people. Or maybe they were just, it seemed, the way he described it, it seemed like a last minute thing, kind of thing. So I would imagine that maybe this person was running out of time, the organizer, something like that. Maybe, people make mistakes, and I don't know. I don't want to invalidate Connor's experience, but also he doesn't seem to be very considerate of the other people around. So I don't know.
Every Conan's in Indiana now. It's just like sweating, like.
I've been to a bunch in Indiana, and I've had a lot of the worst experiences at that one con.
Why is it Indiana of all states?
I don't know why. I've been to a lot of cons in Indiana for some reason.
I went to one in Indiana, which was Indie PopCon, and that one was actually quite fun. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. But that one wasn't really, well, first, it wasn't really like an anime convention. It was more like a YouTuber convention.
Oh,
So I
I
think they were
see.
a lot more used to getting all sorts of overseas guests.
Yeah.
Was your agent doing all of that for you when the cons, or was it you negotiating with them?
At AX, I was just an industry guest, so I was just at a booth with other people. But at a smaller con, I was a guest, so I got somebody from the con with me all the time.
Right.
Oh, you got a handler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be an honor to be invited to a convention as a guest, right?
I feel like because I spoke English, they were just like left me to my own devices. They were like, "Fuck it, just turn up.
Yeah.
We just expect you to be here."
No, I remember my first time like being a proper guest at a convention. I think it was like Crunchyroll Expo because I had been guest before, but I remember that my first experience at Crunchyroll Expo, they gave me a handler and had no experience.
Like, what I do with
like,
you?
like he would just follow me around, and I would just feel so awkward. I would just be like.
Can you not?
I literally had to ask him to like, okay, can you just chill? Like I'm not like, because I've heard a lot of horror stories, so I get it now. But back then it was my first experience, so I'm just like, dude, can you just leave me alone? I'm all good. I don't need any help. I'm just walking around the con
I felt
floor.
bad every time I wanted to go to the bathroom because like they had to follow me, and I'm sorry, I have a small brother. Sorry, I want to go again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, I'm just very used to being left to my own devices as well. Because
I think it's a very British thing as well. You're like, I don't want someone helping me. I can do it all on my own. No way.
I mean, I think it's because I've had like kind of my fair share of like really good handlers and just really useless handlers.
Yeah.
Like I'm a little bit better to like, I know how to use my handler now. Right? Like I know that's what I'm saying.
I know how to use you and abuse you. If
I know.
I know how to maximize my handler, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like you know.
I'm gonna min-max this shit.
Joey turns up and he just gives him like a fucking 10-page survey. He's like, fill this out. I need to know.
Where is my Don Perignon when the moment I land? Come on, guys.
Can I speak to you? And I'm like, this is bullshit. Joey's had really good experiences, and I feel like at least half of my like conventions that weren't like AX had like something massive.
It's really weird. Like, you know, you hear a lot of like horror stories about AX from a lot of different people. I don't think I've had like a horrible experience at AX.
No.
I think it's also
Just
because but I think it's also because like my schedule, I purposely fill up my schedule with as much shit to do so that I don't leave enough room for error, right? Because like a lot of people are just like, oh, I'm going to space everything out and then, you know, just give myself some time in between each thing. But I'm just like, no, that's where the horror happens, right? It's the in-between part where you're just kind of left on your own. You're like, well, I guess I'll go to the convention hall now, and then horrible things happen at the convention hall, right?
AX has always been like the super busy convention. Everyone's always busy. Everyone's always doing something. Like, what is your schedule like in AX? Is it?
I was like signing and they give. In the first year, they gave me like a 30 minutes break.
Yeah.
Like 30 minutes isn't enough. Like I want to take off my week.
Yeah, exactly.
I was in cosplay, so I want to take off my week, and I just kind of shut myself just in a bathroom stall. I would just be myself. I just want to take a rest, but I couldn't take a rest. I didn't want anyone to see me without a wig. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, cosplayers really suffer, right? It's inevitable.
That would look horrible. So.
Yeah.
Oh, unthinkable. How could you taking off a wig? No.
Disgusting.
I just kept myself confined in a store, like in one store. And I'm sorry. And I took aspirin like every single time.
Oh
so,
my
like,
god.
I mean, I guess if you have like a wig cap that's just like stretching your head, right?
I know. Like at some point, I wanted like a stronger med. So like, could you buy something?
Give me meds.
Yeah, like in the state, like I'm sure they got like stronger ones. Like, give me that.
Because I've never cosplayed before, and part of the reason is it feels like at a convention wearing a cosplay is just a lot of effort and work to
Yeah, you have to really want it. Mata, 明日ね